unusual setting for a test lab, isn't it? But then again, this is an unusual test lab. A test lab fully accredited by the American Association for Laboratory Accreditation. The one lab designed to test the world's top office furniture. Herman Miller furniture. Whether it's a work surface, an office system, a chair, or a file. When it enters this complex in West Michigan, it's in for a rough time. If it survives, then it not only meets testing standards set around the world, it meets the toughest standards of all, ours. Come along, we'll show you what we do. We'll show you how Herman Miller sweats every detail to make sure our testing is as thorough and accurate as it can possibly be. Why? Because our customers expect nothing less. We'll begin here with our desktops, our work surfaces. For this load ease test, we select a desk at random from our production line, and we set it up in the lab. Then we test it, imitating the force exerted by someone sitting on the front edge of the desk. The purpose? Verify the amount of force these surfaces can handle, to make sure this furniture can tolerate years of stress in the work environment. In the drop impact test, we use weights to imitate the books, packages, and other materials that might get dropped onto these surfaces. Herman Miller office systems take a rough road through our testing facility too. This is a systems loading test to failure. Here, we test a panel system to verify that it meets all of our customers' loading requirements. Then we test to failure. In this case, it took over 3,000 pounds, 5 times the system's design load. We use this test to help us design systems that will hold up under a wide range of heavy loading demands, year in and year out. Not all of our tests are production quality checks. Take this wobble test, for example. It was created in response to customer feedback during the test marketing of a new panel design. We used it to quantify the degree of wobble in our panels. Because of the feedback and the test, we were able to improve the design before we began mass production. As we said before, at Herman Miller, we don't simply evaluate our products according to the industry standards. We also evaluate them according to our own tough standards. A case in point, the chair tilting back durability test. The industry standard for cycling chairs through this test is 120,000 repetitions with 100 pounds in the seat. But ours last much longer, over 1 million cycles at twice the load. Our research proves that this test cycle more accurately portrays the durability customers expect from a product. While that fact says a lot about our dedication to product quality, we felt that some aspects of the test could be improved. So we developed a new test, one that evaluates just the critical components, the tilt pins, mechanism, and spring. We still simulate the rigors of day-to-day life in an office setting, and we still test to failure. The difference? The same accurate results in less than half the time. The drop impact test is another way we calculate the type of punishment and how much of it these chairs can take. The testing is so thorough, it covers virtually every mechanism, every part. Everything we make, we test. This rule applies to all our furniture, all our products. Like our files, which have to meet a different set of equally tough standards. From a drawer's ability to open and close, to a lock's reliability, or a flipper door's durability. We test, and test again, And when we say every component, every element of our furniture must pass the toughest standards in the world, we mean it. At Herman Miller, we test fabrics, leather, plastics, and veneers for the damaging effects of ultraviolet light. We expose our finished surfaces, including the draw rods used in our panel systems, to corrosive salt spray to see how well they'll stand up to the variety of environmental extremes found in workplaces around the world. And we take the parts provided to us by our suppliers down to the screws we use to hold our furniture together and test them for strength and durability. The point is, at Herman Miller, we aren't content to merely design and produce the finest office furniture in the world. We put that furniture to the test every day. At Herman Miller's testing facility, we not only test to American standards, we perform those tests mandated by German, British, Japanese, and other international standards organizations. For those areas which require outside expertise, we tap our network of contacts throughout the research community. We utilize the services of accredited labs in areas ranging from metallurgy to fire testing, emissions, and acoustics. If we aren't already set up to perform a test, we work with the people who are experts in the field. And our capacity for testing doesn't stop there. If a test doesn't exist for a certain product or problem, we invent one. You see, at Herman Miller, our testing doesn't end when a prototype leaves the lab, or even when a product leaves the manufacturing plant. As long as our furniture is on the job, we're on the job. Remember, at Herman Miller, we're not simply meeting requirements. We're setting new standards. And while that may seem unusual, it's the way we've always worked around here. After all, this is no ordinary run-of-the-mill test lab. This is the only lab designed to test the finest office furniture in the world. The products that bear the name Herman Miller.